Everyone treats summer like it owes you happiness. Long days, pool parties, your best life on a loop. So what does it mean when you feel worse? The summer blues are real. It's why summer is one of the busiest stretches of the year for people starting therapy. Therapy is not only for when you're in crisis. Grow therapy is for all the moments when you decide you want more. More support, more clarity, more tools. Mental health isn't a destination you reach. It's something you build, and Grow makes that easier. Grow connects you with thousands of high-quality licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. The therapist you want takes your insurance on Grow. Grow accepts over 125 insurance plans. Sessions average $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/booknow today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/booknow. growtherapy.com/booknow. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
You spend time choosing the right gear, the right boots, the right equipment. So why should your supplements be any different? Azure Well creates vitamins and supplements focused on purity, potency, and consistency. Every formula is lab tested and built for people who expect more from what they use every day. Compare what's in your cabinet to Azure Well. Visit AzureLivingWell.com. That's AZURE livingwell.com. These products have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite golf podcast, Close Course. I'm your host, Blake Horson, here with my co-host, Erik. And today, we have a very special guest, somebody I've actually been following for a few years. So I'm pretty excited for today's episode. He is one of the most unique golfers on the internet. You've probably seen his videos all over your feed, bending golf balls around trees, hitting impossible slingers, and pulling off shots that don't even look real. He's become one of the biggest creators in the game, but behind all the viral content is an incredibly talented golfer with a passion for making the game more fun and more creative, especially. So sit back, relax, and let's tee it up with the one and only Mac Boucher. Did I say that right?
Voucher, yeah.
Voucher.
Like a voucher with a
Voucher.
V. But
Like
voucher. Don't worry, no one gets it right.
I was going to be the one that got it right, though, damn it. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying, I've been following you, God, I want to say for 2 years now. I can't remember which one of your videos. You have a lot of viral videos, but one of them went super viral. It was one where I think you lined up like completely the opposite way and you hit it onto the green. And that I saw. And so I went to your profile, I remember watching it. And I was like, oh, this guy's dope. He's a good golfer. Like, I want to watch him. So
is that where the king of Sling originated from?
I don't really know where that came from, honestly. It was
kind
of happened in the early stages. I definitely didn't come with it. I don't call myself that, that's for sure. But,
like, hey, I'm king.
Yeah. It just kind of became a thing online, the online stuff.
No, that's great, man. It's really cool.
That's got to get all the fellas bricked up, though, if you announce yourself like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't work on the women, but the boys love it.
Yeah, the boys love it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man, I mean, how did you realize that you could do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, have you always just been a really good shaper of the golf ball? Or did you just one day, like, I'm going to give this a shot? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, so I was self-taught. I started playing when I was like 18. Kind of always been a little bit more creative on the golf course, and because I was self-taught, I kind of just like learned how to control my club face a little bit, and it just always felt more comfortable curving the golf ball rather than trying to like perfect straight shots. So I worked with some coaches in the early stages when I first started like playing professionally, and no one really changed what I was doing. They kind of just like really honed in on it. Obviously with social media, you start really exaggerating some stuff a little bit more, but even when I was playing full-time professionally, I used to curve it quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
I always just kind of call myself Bubba Watson minus the talent.
That's true. He's very similar. So
yeah,
I guess my question to you is like, when you were playing professionally, my thought of is if I could curve the ball like you'd be like, it'd be fun because if I hit it so far right, then I could come back, you know what I mean, and curve the ball, kind of Bubba Watson-esque in the Masters, kind of curve it onto the green. So did you use that a lot when you were playing professionally? Or was it just like, no, I'm going to play like, you know, a normal quote-unquote professional?
kind of helped me, like, for me, helped me control my miss. So like if I'm hitting a big hook, I know that normally my miss is going to be an overhook. So if there's trouble right, then it's better for me to hit a fade. So it's like, it's kind of a cause and effect thing where it's, I'm kind of just trying to play to my miss. And by curving it, it allowed me to kind of do that. So it did have a purpose, I guess, but then it's just become more obviously now with like,
of
just
course,
practicing absolutely stupid things that no one ever needs to.
It works
to do.
though. It works. It got my attention for sure. Yeah. And then also like question for you. So like, did you always, when you started on social media, were you like, this is what I'm going to do now? Or did you kind of fall into it after your professional career? Like what did that transition look like to a content creator?
I had this was never the plan to be on social media. I didn't really even use social media pre-COVID. I stopped playing professionally in like 2017 and moved to New Zealand as a head teaching pro at a course in Queenstown, New Zealand. And then COVID hit and was kind of forced to come back to Canada. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And I started just kind of pumping out videos during the middle of the pandemic when there was absolutely nothing going on and everyone's just sitting on their couch doing nothing. I've always, again, been a little bit creative. So like having an eye for how to video things properly and frame up a hole or whatever. So it kind of just happened and then people started following and I think I hit a niche at the right time. And I think I started before the big social media push happened, especially in the golf kind of area. Because obviously everyone and their mother's trying to do it now. It's funny. I open my Instagram now. It's like just littered with guys kind of making golf content, which is cool, but it's definitely just become super saturated.
I would have completely agree. And I think a lot of the people we've talked to started during COVID because I think that was the time when nobody had anything to do, so everybody was on their phones. And also, I think golf had like a huge resurgence because that was like one thing you could do. You could go out and golf with your boys, or with one boy at least, you know what I mean? With the restrictions, you could still golf. So I think that's pretty cool to see how that's. I mean, you just nailed it at the right time, timing wise, and everything was just perfect.
And now you're the most.
Yeah, and I stay consistent because obviously, like people think that like you just fall into this and you're just gonna have a bunch of followers and you can make a living off it. But like, I grinded my ass off for like a year teaching full time in a course in just north of Toronto, pretty good public track. And I taught, and then I would film all afternoon, and then go home and edit, and then just do it all over again. I had no life for like a year and a bit, and then as the followers started growing, it kind of gave me the opportunities to start working with more brands, and then not have to teach as much anymore, and then kind of just became full time.
And now you're the most followed golf account in Canada, correct?
Yeah, I think it's I think so.
That's pretty awesome.
Keep tabs on it, but yeah, it's cool for me. I've got to meet a lot of cool people and kind of do some cool things. So it's been a cool run for sure.
What do you think's one of your coolest opportunities you've had as far as like whether you're playing with somebody or playing for a brand, whatever it is? What do you think's your number one opportunity so far?
Honestly, I would say it's just like the pro-ams and stuff, like playing with Rory in Dubai and like just kind of teeing it up with guys who I kind of like looked up to in the pro golf world. I think what's different with me and a lot of other social media people is like I come from a pro golf background, so I still really respect the grind of a pro golfer. And I think for me, building relationships with these pros and trying to help use my, I guess, reach to grow more followers for them, I think has been cool for me. So just the pro-ams around the world, I'd say, to answer your question, has been probably the coolest thing for me, just being a part of those.
That's super cool.
And you actually have a pretty incredible story that got you into golf, correct? I mean, not really incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I kind of fell into that.
Yeah, because you had a cyst on the brain.
So I did everything high impact growing up.
Yeah, because you grew up playing hockey, right?
Of course.
Hockey and swimming, yeah. And then like skiing, snowboarding, doing everything that like any Canadian kid would. And then started getting some headaches when I was like in high school. When got a MRI done, and they found like a golf ball size cyst in the middle of my brain. Essentially, anytime I did anything high impact, it would rattle around, bruise the inside of my brain, and give me concussion symptoms. So kind of had to give up anything that didn't want to turn into a total vegetable.
Yeah.
So.
Damn, that's a while. So then so you said you picked up golf at 18 then?
Yeah, final year of high school. Again, I was athletic, so like I worked at the golf course, was never really interested in it. And then I picked it up, and I'm like, this is kind of the only thing I can do that's not going to like ruin me. Right. So kind of dove in pretty fast into it. Again, was self-taught. Then I went down to Sean Foley, who actually coaches Michael Bjornsson, that just won on the PGA Tour. Bunch of guys. Sean Foley had an academy in Florida, so I went down.
Is that a Q
kind of
school?
got taught by him. No, it was like this junior academy for like essentially rich kids from Canada that parents would send them down there for a winter, and they would get lessons from Sean and put them in tournaments and stuff. But I kind of built a relationship with Sean separately, so he taught me for free, and I just lived off campus with a couple like PJ Tour Canada guys at the time, and just took lessons from him, and then just kind of dove full in.
That's crazy. You hear of like athletes picking up sports later and just being really fucking good at it. Like you must be a freak athlete to be able to pick up golf at 18 and become a pro. Like usually you hear about these golf pro, Rory, he's on, TV or Tiger putting or chipping when they're like 6. You know what I mean? They've been in golf their whole life. So that's pretty wild that you started pretty late. Consider, in golf, the golf world, you started pretty late and you still were able to make this such a cool career. It's wild.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, fortunate in that sense that I could like keep growing with it and turn it into a career. It's obviously would have been great to start a little earlier and play junior events and try to get recruited by a good school in the States instead of just going to some small school in Savannah, Georgia. And like, I think for me, it happened for a reason, but it would have been nicer to start a little earlier. I wish I liked it earlier. It just didn't really interest me, to be honest.
Yeah,
so.
No.
I don't think it interests a lot of people.
Yeah.
Growing up, it wasn't the sport I played. Same with you.
Yeah. I was more worried about football, get the girls and the beer and the party, that kind of stuff. I wasn't worried about
golf was like the nerds.
Yeah,
sport.
exactly.
Like, fucking loser, but not now.
Looking
now
back.
we're all doing it.
Yeah, it's like literally everyone. And I mean, that's another cool thing, just like getting kind of hooked up with these athletes from other sports, hockey players, football players, baseball players, like all these guys who are like extremely good at their sport now come and play golf. And it's like obviously pretty humbling for them, but they love it.
But a lot of them,
it's cool to see.
Because I play with a lot of NBA, NFL, and NHL guys. And the crossover, like they pick it up very quick just because they got that natural athlete, athletic, like twitch, especially the hockey guys.
Plus, they don't like sucking at something. I think that's a big thing too.
It's so like, competitive for them.
They just want to go out and beat their buddies or beat their teammates and be the best on their team. So like that's all they do. Like their off season is just living at the golf course, practicing probably more than anybody.
Yeah, it is actually funny, like because I've noticed that like everyone's playing golf all summer throughout their like off season now.
It's crazy.
It didn't used to be like that. Like I feel like it's such a new thing, maybe since COVID, but didn't feel like you're right. Like my Explore page or FYU page, whatever you want to call it, like it's all golf now. LeBron out there with the Bob Does Sports. You know what I mean? That kind of like it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's such a weird crossover there. Like how there's just the top athletes just hanging out with a bunch of YouTube people. Like, it tells you that like. I guess that's the space that we're in now, like golf YouTube, and that is becoming bigger than pro golf. So.
Yeah, so what's funny is like J.R. Smith, who's a big golfer from the NBA world, like I think I played his first ever round he ever played when he was playing here in Denver. I played with him. We took him golfing. And now I'm watching on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, it was him and I can't remember his teammate.
Yeah, it was Big John.
Yeah, and Big John and Paige Sporanic in a 2v2 match, and I'm just like, I remember when JR was shooting 155.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, it shows you because probably wasn't that long ago either, and he's just obviously gotten extremely good.
But it's crazy. I think his first round he shot like probably like a 130, 140.
Yeah.
And then like the second round he broke 100. Like he just picked it up like this, and I'll never forget. He came to the golf course like dressed like Payne Stewart. He had on knickers with the Argyle socks. Like he took it so serious, backward like the Kangol kind of hat. Like
that's great. I could see that. That doesn't shock me at all, actually, or at least shirt off. Like I thought maybe shirt off.
He never did come tarps off, but
But
I mean, it's cool to see.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I was saying that's what we like. Why this podcast is we bring in so many people from different walks of life who love golf and talk about golf, and. Obviously you talked about how like this is just the world we live in now. Obviously, I'm the same way. Like I got a good following in a lot of things. Sometimes I'll find myself in a room and I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like this is so weird. That's just how it is now. Like we were talking, my fiance as well, or wife.
Yeah, wife.
Oh, I just got married, so not fiance, wife. My wife.
Just take a look on that finger.
Yeah. She we were talking about. Remember Sports Illustrated? You see like Beyonce and shit, and now Sports Illustrated is like influencers.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so weird now how it's all changing. And I know some people don't necessarily like it. Some people, obviously love it or it works for them. How do people treat you, especially when you play with these pro golfers? How do they treat you as a content creator? Because I know there's been some friction there with like YouTube golf,
especially like what Brad Dalkey just kind of went through.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think the difference is, to touch on the second part of that, Brad Dalkey, like every professional golfer respects him because at one point he was beating all these professional golfers. So like, I think they appreciate and can get behind him trying to get out there, and he's done it his way, and he just didn't play well. It is what it is. He made a cut in a DP World Tour event a few weeks ago. So like, it's going to happen. But honestly, I've been lucky with the sense, because I do respect the pro game so much, and I'm really trying to use my platform to put more eyes on the pro game and not myself. So I go to these pro-ams and like, I just let the guys do their thing. If they want to talk to me, I'll let them talk to me. But like, I'm not going up and bombarding them with questions and jamming a camera in their face. Cause like, I think that's the fine line. Like, I've seen some influencers go to these pro-ams and they're jamming cameras in these guys' face. And these guys are trying to prep for a tournament where they're playing for their livelihood. I'm like, the last thing they want to do is be in your YouTube video. So I think it's for me, it's the understanding of what these guys are doing week in, week out, and how much of a grind pro golf is. And I think because of that, I've built really good relationships with a lot of the pros, like Billy Horschel, Thomas Peters, like all these, Rafa Cabrera-Bello, like a lot of these like European guys that I do a lot with the DP World Tour are like, they come across like a little bit cold to people, but they're just the most awesome people ever if you just kind of let them do their thing and don't bug them. So I've just kind of learned that there's a fine line you need to walk. Like, don't bug them, essentially.
Yeah. And I think that obviously comes from you knowing the grind. Like, you've been on the grind. So I think not every, obviously, YouTuber, content creator, or YouTube golfer is that way, unfortunately. But you did mention earlier how you really worked on, I think one of the coolest things about your page is, obviously the shots and everything are incredible, but the way you frame everything is like top tier. And that's something, obviously, unless you're a content creator, you don't really get it, because like you think you just go out there, set up a phone and hit a cool shot. But like, there's so much to their framing and everything. I've always wondered, when it comes to golf content creators and golf influencers, do you run down to the green, plant the phone, and then run back? Because I know some do, and that's insane to me. That's insane.
No, I normally, like, I'll have somebody set it up.
Okay. So you usually have somebody with you.
Yeah, or if I'm by myself, I have my stick that goes behind me.
Behind you.
Yeah, so it's not that much running. I'm also the fastest golfer ever. Everyone that knows me knows that, like, I'll buzz around. I filmed 18 holes this morning in like an hour and a half, and I filmed every shot. So like, I'm really quick with how I do it. I think for me, I hate slow golf. I've seen it. Another thing I've seen is like these golf influencers that take forever on the golf course, and then it just gives everyone a bad rap. So I'm like, I'm very, very, I go out first tee time. No one keeps up with me. I zip around, film, get my stuff done when the lighting's good, and then I'll go back in the evening when the course is dead and mess around. But it's something that bothers me big time with just how slow some of them are.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did last night. I think I teed off at 6 o'clock and was done at 7:20, just solo around by myself. Like, I'm good.
It's the best.
Yeah.
That's all it needs to be. I don't need to be out there for 5 hours. Especially if I'm filming, I just want to get it done and kind of get to the editing. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've just always wondered that, because there is so much more work than people think, especially when it comes like the editing portion of it. So you did editing, like you edited your videos from the get-go?
I do everything still.
Wow.
Still,
like, I think a lot of guys kind of pass it off and say, I've got YouTube stuff. I've got a buddy who's doing all that for me, but short form content on Instagram, it's all just straight off my phone, straight to my editing software, and just kind of put it together and then post it. So I try to, again, I don't need it to become something that it's not. I think it's big that it needs to be relatable in me that's posting it, not. I think people start seeing through things when it becomes not bigger
organic.
than what it was. Exactly. It's not authentic if it's somebody else making the post and almost speaking for you.
So do you have any like long-term goals? Like, is there somewhere that you want to be using this golf content? Like, do you have a goal in mind? Is it like 1 million followers, or is it to like, win a pro-am? Like, what are some of your goals now as a content creator?
I would say, honestly, for me, it's not really about the number. Like, I don't really care about the followers number anymore. It's just kind of, if it grows, great, but I just got to keep on kind of changing and evolving the content so it continues to grow. I don't really have a number set in mind, but the YouTube content's definitely more of what I'm trying to get into now. Showcasing regions, working with tourism boards, bringing value to people. So it's not just like, I've always said that my content, I want it to be like the golf course is the star of the show, and I'm just the prop that's showcasing it, because I think there's more longevity in that long time. My shelf life will just expire when my personality isn't favorable anymore, right? So I think for me, it's growing that YouTube presence so I can showcase cool golf courses around the world, help people plan their next trip. Because I think with so many people picking up golf now, people want to know where they can go on that next guy's trip, or what golf course is worth the $300 green fee, or whatever it may be. Just showcasing cool courses.
And I think you do a great job of that. I always am like, where the fuck is he playing right now? Like, the mountains and everything that you play, it's just incredible. And like I said, the framing of your videos is, I think that's what separates you from a lot of the current, golfers out there on YouTube and everything. So you're definitely doing it right. And when it comes to those courses, do you reach out? Or are you to a point now where they'll come to you and maybe even pay you?
I'm lucky.
Like, how does that work?
In Canada, because being Canadian, and not many people do it. It's not as saturated as the US, where it's like so many YouTube golfers, and courses are a little bit jaded towards it, because all it takes is one group of YouTubers to come out and film and take 6 hours, hold up the whole tee sheet, and then all of a sudden they're not going to let other people come and film there, because it leaves a bad taste in their mouth. But because I've come from the golf industry in Canada, I know a lot of pros across the country. I know a lot of the directors of golf, the tourism boards, these things that I can just send a quick message if I want to get out somewhere. But yeah, I get approached a lot from like Tourism Whistler, or like Golf PEI, or the Canadian ones. And then it's also global as well, with New Zealand, Australia. Again, US is a little tough. Like, I think you guys would agree. It's so many people doing it, and they don't need some guy going out and shooting a YouTube video at the course. Some of them do, but it's not as important as maybe like Canadian courses. So It's easier for me. I think it's a little bit of a mixture of both. I'll reach out if I have to, but a lot of times it's courses reaching out to me.
No, yeah. I mean, I didn't even know. I mean, obviously I knew there was golf in Canada, but like I didn't realize how beautiful some of the courses were out there until I kind of started following you. And I mentioned my buddy Kevin. He talks a lot about from the Bachelor world. He talks a lot about like some really cool golf courses up there. And I was like, man, I need to get up. I've never played golf in Canada. Have you?
No.
I'd love to get up
some
there.
of those.
No, honestly, I would say it's the. Like, I've traveled the world playing golf, gone to a lot of cool exotic places and stuff, but I always kind of come back to Canada has kind of everything. You have mountain courses, ocean courses, links courses, parkland courses. Like, the country's so big, coast to coast. You have two coasts on either side, like the US, but then you have the mountains, then you have the prairies. And so there's like a mixture of so many different courses. And I think we have the most golfers per capita in the world. So like, golf's huge up here. It's massive. And there's a lot of public courses where, again, in the States, it's like really high-end, good public, like abandoned dunes, resorts or stuff, or private, right? There's not a lot of really, really solid public tracks. And I think Canada, we're just littered with awesome public golf as well as private golf. But there's a lot of accessibility for people to come up on a golf trip. And I mean, US dollar's so strong that it's like, it's kind of an easy place. If I was American, like there's so many recommendations of places I would come up here, because it wouldn't cost you much more than just staying in the States.
Yeah, Pins should do a little tourney.
Do a trip up there.
Yeah, Pins should do a little tourney up there. That'd be fun as hell. Noted. I'm gonna remember that. I haven't been up there in a minute. Yeah, I've been up. I mean, I love Toronto. I'm a big fan of Toronto. I've been to Toronto, Quebec, Montreal, Calgary. I'm a DJ, so I played Calgary
Stampede.
Yeah, I played the Stampede. Yeah, played Toronto a couple times, and So I love Canada. Big Canada guy. Big Canada.
Yeah, it's good up there. Maybe we have lots. So
yes, been to Vancouver.
Okay,
yeah, Vancouver's beautiful. Vancouver Island was insane.
Was it Banff?
That's
I've
right.
never been to
I live
Banff.
in the island, so.
Yeah, I've never been to Banff.
Yeah, I think I saw one of your videos in Banff that looked incredible.
Yeah, Banff. I mean,
Banff
Banff is like the I guess Canmore and then Banff. There's 3 or 4 courses in Canmore on the way to Banff, and then Banff Springs. And then you get out to like Jasper Lodge, that isn't quite the same anymore because they had some pretty bad fires. But Banff Springs is like, the backdrops don't even look real. So it's pretty cool.
Awesome. So we got a couple segments to end the show. First one, what would be your dream foursome? Dead or alive, any sport, doesn't have to be golf, it can be anybody in the world, dead or alive. Who would be your dream foursome?
It's a tough one. I never know how to answer this. I mean, Tiger. I'd say Tiger just because it's Tiger. I think everyone says Tiger if you're a golfer.
He's a popular one.
My brother just because he's a good time. And then
You gotta have a vibe guy.
I'm not sure that the third guy is.
Okay.
but it'd be a game time decision.
All right. So does golf run? You said your brother's golf run in your family. Like, do you guys all? No.
No, my brother's like just a huge piss tank and
Just a good time.
likes to get after it and have a good time on the course. Which
Good old Canadian.
He's an athlete, so same with like he'll go out there and like he'll hit a shot, and I'm like, you should be playing all the time because you're better than most people that play golf every single day. And then he doesn't really have an off switch. He just swings hard at everything and has a laugh. So he's a good time out there.
No, that's good.
It is the one sport that everyone can hit a tour level shot. And that's what keeps you coming
100%.
back. It's like you can't go dunk a basketball, run a route over the middle in the NFL, but everyone's good for one or two shots around.
Totally.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
And we talked obviously about how you first got into golf. But what would be your caddy advice? Whether it be career, life, whatever it is, what would be your caddy advice to one of our listeners out there?
I mean, in terms of like, for me, it's just doing something you love every day. I think for me, if you want something bad enough, if you just work at it, I think things are possible. Especially, I mean, I wanted to make golf a career for myself. And I think just by following something that I wanted to do and being passionate about it and staying persistent and kind of just doing it, it's led me to a pretty cool career for myself that I'm able to wake up every day and do something I love. So I always just say kind of, be willing to work hard enough in the early stages, and it kind of pays off in the long stage.
Yeah. What's the saying? Something like, if you find something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, or something like that. I think that's how it goes. Yeah. And I completely agree with that. No, 100%. And obviously you too. So, well, cool, man. Appreciate you coming on.
No worries. Thanks,
today. Yeah.
You got anything you got coming up, working on?
Yeah. Anything
Are you
want
playing in the Barstool Invitational?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna ask that.
I've got a pretty busy stretch coming up. I actually leave this weekend for the Barstool event. I can't really say much about it, I don't think, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I know they've changed the format a little bit this year from what I've heard. I don't know much. And then I'm playing in the BMW Pro-Am down in St. Louis, FedEx Cup event. So that should be a good one because it's one of the last events of the year, so it's a pretty good field. Normally get paired with a pretty good pro there.
Oh, that's cool.
And then flying over to Switzerland. From there, straight to Switzerland for the Omega European Masters and the DP World Tour, doing some stuff for them. And then I actually have a sponsor exemption into the PGA Tour Americas event
awesome.
in Victoria. So it's like my home.
Is that your home track?
My home tournament here.
Oh, nice.
It's not my home track, but it's a track that I'm comfortable with. So
Yeah.
I always feel a little weird taking sponsor exemptions because there's a pro that's probably needs it a heck of a lot more than I do in terms of opportunity. But the title sponsor kind of was pretty adamant that I took it this year. So.
That's awesome. Wow. Yeah. You are pretty busy. You are pretty
So
busy.
obviously-
Okay. You can talk about the invitation.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
like, how obviously last year was so big. Like this year, I think there are gonna have to be some changes. I know you can't talk too much about it, but what is your strategy going into the Barstool Invitational?
I think honestly, for me, it's a funny one because the event itself. Again, I went in last year with no real idea what was.
I feel like
going on.
nobody did. Nobody knew what was
Yeah,
happening.
no one really knew. But I think what was there? 54 guys last year, maybe 56.
Yeah, how big's the
I don't
field
know,
this year?
58.
Are you allowed to
Actually,
share
no,
that?
it was four. Yeah, I think it's.
This will come out
Actually,
after
don't know.
anyway, right?
It's more. They've added quite a few people. I think it's common knowledge because they've had way more than last year.
Yeah.
RSVPing online. So I don't know the exact number, but last year was tough because you get there, they do that draft night and they divide you into two teams, and it's honestly like going to a casino and dropping your money on red and just hoping that you get picked onto the right team. Because I won both my matches with Joey Coldcuts first day, so it was 9 a.m, 9 p.m. Joey and I got paired together for both rounds, and we won both of our matches, but our team just got absolutely smashed. Like it wasn't even close. Like so we got sent home. So I was there for less than 24 hours. I booked a ticket and left.
Oh, shit.
Everyone else stayed and did content together and did all that type stuff. But I got out of there. So this year, it's like luck of the draw. Just go in and try to win your matches and hope you're on the team that's good enough that can get to your next day.
I'm interested to see some of the changes if they made it.
Yeah.
Or what changes they made.
I've heard that. I mean, with more people, I feel like you're going to have more teams. That's would be my.
That's what I was thinking. The same.
I don't
thing.
really know the format, but to me, you would need to have like 4 teams maybe or something. That could just be speculation, but I feel like they're going to have to do something like that. And they've just invited a lot of other people that weren't there last year. So
yeah.
Like one of our
a lot of people.
One of our good friends, UFC fighter Justin Gaethje's in it, and we play with him a ton here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be betting, and so I mean, if you're open to bet, he will take any wager.
He'll gamble.
I feel like this year they've done a better job of getting people who are like a little bit more okay being like not a villain, but last year everyone's just so like I got eliminated that first day, so I left, so no one was taking up those like closest to the pins for 170K
or the playoff hole, you could even just see Dave being just so disappointed. Like he just wanted more action.
Yeah, you need more personalities that are willing to like, be a little rougher.
Yeah, you do need a villain for sure.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get that this year with just the people they have. Even a guy like Big J, like he doesn't care about it. Big John doesn't care about anything.
But
like,
he's such a nice guy.
He's such a nice guy, but he's like he's just all down to gamble and have a good time. Yeah. So I think you almost need that. I feel
it's kind of crazy. I feel like last year Melosi and Paige were the villains, and it's like, are you serious?
Yeah. It's so true. Yeah.
No, that whole thing was a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a weird space.
It is, man. It is. Listen, I've been there. I know what it's like to have the internet against you. It's the fucking worst. So I don't blame people for being a little scared to.
He was the most hated man in America.
There for a minute, I was a bit of a villain there for a minute. So
I feel like now it's
coming back to you. Oh no!
But I feel like your
Stagecoach Blake.
I remember seeing stuff.
Yeah, I would say if your girlfriend's in this space, like she knows, she'll probably know me from that. Probably Stagecoach. Yeah. So go ahead and ask her about me, or don't actually, or don't.
Is she there? Bring her on.
No, but man, I appreciate you coming on. This was fun, and yeah, man, if we're ever up there in Canada, we'll hit you up. At least for some recommendations for courses and stuff. So.
Yeah, appreciate your time.
Why don't you go ahead and tell the audience where they can find you and what your ats and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so Instagram's kind of my main platform, Mac Boucher Golf, and then YouTube, same, Mac Boucher Golf. Those are kind of the two main ones. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, man. Well,
awesome.
Thanks
guys.
Yeah,
sir.
And we'll chat again soon. I'm sure we'll at some point.
We'll have to follow up after the invitation.
Yeah, the invitation. Can't wait to watch you on that.
Yeah, we can do a debrief.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah,
see you, brother.
All right. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
When was the last time you felt in control of your business finances? Expenses tracked, invoices sent, taxes ready. That's where Found comes in. Found brings your banking, bookkeeping, invoicing, and taxes together in one simple app. Manage expenses, invoice clients, send payments, and prep for tax time right where you bank. Join the hundreds of thousands who have already streamlined their finances with Found. Open a Found account for free at found.com. That's FOUND.com. Found is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by Lead Bank, member FDIC.